I'm Daniel Mark. My friends call me DMARC. In this video, I'll walk you through our domain wizard step by step. This might seem technical at first, but I promise to break everything down into simple terms. We'll take our time on the tricky parts, so don't worry if you're completely new to email security. This wizard guides you through a proper DMARC setup. Based on your input, we at DMARCflow, at the end, will be able to give you the full configuration ready to simply copy and paste into your DNS settings. Let's start simple. You'll begin on the domain page and click Add Domain. Now, you'll enter your domain name, for example, yourdomain.com. A common question, should I enter my main domain or a subdomain like yourdomain.com, mail.yourdomain.com, or support.yourdomain.com? Answer, always start with your main domain. Here's why. When you protect your domain, it automatically covers all your subdomains. That's everything. You only need to add a subdomain separately if it requires a completely different security rules. Only add your domain and not HTTP or HTTPS. The wizard will tell you if you have added anything that does not look like a domain, and will also tell you if you've added a subdomain or your main domain. Once you've typed your domain, click Next. Now we're getting to the heart of email security, your DMARC policy. You have 3 policy options. None, this is like having a security camera that only watches and records. Suspicious emails get delivered, but you get reports about them, perfect for testing. Quarantine, this moves suspicious emails to spam folder. It's like having a security guard who stops suspicious people but doesn't kick them out completely. Finally, Reject, this completely blocks suspicious emails. It's maximum security, like a bouncer who doesn't let anyone suspicious through the door. Which should you choose? If you're just starting out, I strongly recommend Quarantine. It protects you while still allowing legitimate emails through. Once you're monitored things for a few weeks and you're confident that everything works perfectly, then you can upgrade to Reject. Now, let's look at advanced settings. Subdomain policy. This applies the same rules to your subdomain. Usually, you want this to be the same as your main domain. Alignment settings. This is adkim or aspf. These control how strict the checks are. Relaxed R is more forgiving. It's good for complex setups. And strict S is tighter security, recommended for most businesses. So, adkim, a relaxed mode allows subdomains to send emails from your main domain, and a strict mode would move them to spam or reject. And in aspf, if you only ever send mail directly from your main domain, choose strict for maximum security. If you use a lot of subdomains for sending mails, then start with relaxed, so you don't accidentally block your own legitimate mails. Now, reporting address, RUA, this is where summary reports go. Use an email you check regularly. And RUF or RUF, these are detailed forensic reports. They're optional, but helpful for troubleshooting. Input an email address if you wish to receive them. You can add one or remove it later if you change your mind. When you're ready, click Next. Now we're setting up SPF, Sender Policy Framework. SPF is like giving the post office a list of which mail carriers are allowed to deliver mail to your address. What should you include in SPF? Only include the services that actually send emails from your domain. SPF has a limit of 10 DNS lookups total. Add your provider, then a comma, and then the next provider if you use multiple. Whether your provider uses _SPF dot or just SPF dot or no such tag depends on your provider itself. You can find the exact entry by checking your provider's documentation or help page, or simply search for SPF record, your provider's name on Google, and you'll see the correct formatting right away. What if you don't know all your email services? It's better to start with what you know, and you can always add more later. When you are done here, just click Next. Now, we are setting up DKIM. That's the domain key identifying mail. This adds a tamper-proof seal to your emails. When the email arrives, the receiving server checks the signature to make sure the email really came from your domain and nobody changed the email during delivery. The selector is just a label for your DKIM key. Most people use default or selector 1. Both work perfectly fine. If you're okay with the selector name, then just click Finish. Congratulations! You've added your domain to our monitoring system. Our system now knows what to implement. Why does it show health equals 0%? This is completely normal. It's now time to implement the settings we just chose, and we will show you how. If you run into any issues, we're here to help you make email security simple. Thank you for watching and welcome to DMARCflow, where protecting your domain just got a whole lot easier.